Alrighty, so today we're gonna. I saw Spike playing this like maybe a couple days ago or so. I've been really liking. I love the card Agatha Soul Cauldron. Been trying to find a way to utilize it the best. I think this is the deck that utilizes it maybe the best. Maybe Yogg is still better, but I think that card per card comparison, this deck has a lower card quality than probably Yogg and Scales. However, I think that this in certain metas might be able to utilize Soul Cauldron actually better than those decks, which is why I want to test it out today. Um, the only thing I really changed from Spike's list primarily would be adding Patchwork Automaton to the main deck and sideboarding the Ensnaring Bridges. He had the main deck Ensnaring Bridge. He had four in place of Patchwork. I think just with the density of artifacts we have 7, 15, we have 27 uh, artifacts. I think that Patchwork grows very, very quickly. And we have quite a few actually 0 mana artifacts too to grow it even quicker if we want to use a chalice on 0. Anyway, let's get into a league. I just happy to just jam this and see how we do. If there's anybody in chat, tell me if the volume is too low. I tried to All right, so we are on the draw. We have I think a reasonable keep. We have 2 lands, Spellskite, Cauldron. Let's see what we're up against. So Delta, Steam Vents, Ragavan. Looks like probably maybe it's Murktide. Chalice will be good. Would definitely love to have been on the play for this, but we'll see. We don't have a Patchwork in hand, so I think we are just going to cast the Bauble. And unless, okay, they're Breach, so that's actually very good to know about now because we have a Soul Cauldron. We drew a Rona, okay. They get to crack in with Ragavan. And this, full disclosure, this is my first time playing the deck, so maybe a little bit slower than I'd like to be, but we'll see. We'll just, learn as we go. Name of the game. Just here to learn and have some fun. What did they pull? They pulled an island. That's probably okay for them to have pulled an island. So, I don't think that deck plays counter spells, per se. They may play like Spell Pierce or something like that. Chalice on 0 actually will be kind of interesting against a Mox Amber. We have our own Mox Ambers though, and each deck, I think they probably play Sagas as well, has Saga to tutor them underneath the Chalice to get around Chalice, but they can't play it time and time again. Question is, what do I want to play here? Do I want to play Spellskite and just block Ragavan? Or I could play Rona or Shredder. Could go Shredder into Chalice on 0, just make it a 2/4, get it out of bolt range. 2/4 flyer. I don't think I'm at risk of dying next turn. Famous last words. Let's play. I think we're going to play Shredder. Chalice on 1 would be good against them. I think we are going to try and hold. This way also I can just play next turn. Hopefully if they connive or let me connive, maybe I can connive Spellskite away, play Cauldron. EI, okay. What do they do with the channeler? They put a counterspell. So they do have counterspell in their deck. Please don't have a bobble for Delirium and this Unholy Heat in your hand. Unless they... Well, if they have Bolt, I still get to connive before, which means I'll definitely have to put a counter on my Shredder if I suspect they have a Bolt. But I'm okay with that. Unless they're going to double removal spell this. But if they spend 2 removal spells on this, I think I'm okay. They're going to attack with Ragavan. I think I'm going to block. Bolt will kill this. Heat won't kill this. So... Oh wait, Heat will kill this. So if I kill this, they get Delirium. Their Heat does 6 damage. Yeah, I think I just take the hit from Ragavan in that case. Because the Bolt... I want to strand this Bolt in exile, or this Unholy Heat in exile. Or make it, less effective. They have to... Hopefully they... Oh, well, if they hit a bobble off of my top deck, then it goes to my graveyard, not theirs. They don't have Delirium. So they would have to, cast the Unholy Heat, hope to hit Delirium off of it in order to actually kill my Shredder, because I can easily discard a non-land. And my next turn, always try to think about your next plays while your opponent's thinking. Emery would have been a good draw. That's sad. However, so I could have gone 2-drop Chalice on 0, Emery for 1. Maybe they're probably going to play this Emery. That's what I was thinking that. Because they, now they get to, let's see, Chalice. Ooh. I actually think I'm going to play Chalice on 1, Chalice on 0, and hope that they can't, and hope that my deck can outgrind theirs. Maybe that's a bad choice. Well, now they have Delirium because they got the Emery, so they get to kill my Shredder regardless. That's sad. So they don't have an artifact in their graveyard to replay with Emery. Question is, what am I doing? Rona or Cauldron or Chalice? I think it's Rona. Next turn playing Cauldron. Rona Chalice on 0. So they can't, in case they have a Mamber in hand that they're sandbagging. I should have played a fetch land too. Maybe this represents I'm holding up Spell Pierce, but Fetch land could have done the same thing. Yes, it turns off my 0 drops, but I think that turning off their Mambers is more important than turning mine off, especially when I have an Urza Saga that's about to go off. Oh, that kind of sucks. I was hoping to dodge a bolt with this Rona. Maybe that was more merit of playing Cauldron first, but I was thinking to try and another Emery. They probably play that, unfortunately. Although, as I say, it would give me an Emery in the graveyard. Am I just trying to go Chalice on 1 plus Cauldron this turn? How do I actually win this game? I think it is. I think I have to. Like, I don't think I have a better choice. I think I'm getting probably a Bobble, but getting a Mamber, I can't replay it from the graveyard anyway, so just getting a redraw is probably more important. Or I could Pithing Needle Grinding Station. But they are going to aggro me here very quickly as well. I take 6 next turn and I'm dead. Really, the following turn. Probably have to redraw. See what they're drawing. A Heat, okay. Saga. Saga, take me home. They may have Spell Pierce. If they have Spell Pierce, I probably have to. No. Bolt. Oh, they're just bolting me. Okay. Well, that also sucks. Maybe they're holding up. Yike. Ballista still wouldn't have done it. They're gonna show me something. Oh, they're just casting Ballista. Okay. Well, Tormod's Crypt. It's their Breach deck. I actually think killing their early drops is quite important. I don't think Spellbomb's that important. They don't have like a big creature. Sometimes you could Spellbomb a Saga token, but I think our Saga tokens have the ability to be larger than theirs. Being on the draw that game, or on the draw was hard that game. Being on the play would have been like a lot better. Because of the Chalice, I could have played on 1 on turn 2. Nonetheless, we were on the back foot the whole game. Exile their Mambers kind of thing. That's the thought there. Exile their graveyard with Ashiok. They can't search their library. It's quite slow, but maybe this is what we need. Do I need a Welding Jar? Probably not. Chalice is fine on the play. On the draw, I will likely take them out. Um, maybe trim a Rona, trim a Shredder, trim a Bobble. Might be trimming 2 Bobbles. 1 Chalice. Cauldron important. Eat their graveyard. Pay the needle, get a needle grinding station. Yeah, actually on the play, yeah, maybe Ashrak just isn't it. We just do this. That's a hand, huh? This hand could go very, very bad. But we'll keep. Not having a Springleaf Drum in the deck also kind of hurts a little bit, but we have Patchy next turn, so I will hold the Bobble for 1 turn. If they have Wear Tear, I'm going to be kind of sad, but we'll see. Maybe they just have Ragavan. It's probably Ragavan. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. That on 2. Actually, that makes my Patchy most desirable to play. Cast. I was thinking of playing a Saga or a Chalice on 1 instead this turn, but being able to get my Patchwork up to a 3/3 is pretty important. They're drawing a Shredder. Okay. Ooh, Tormod's Crypt. Another 0 drop. Would love to draw a Soul Cauldron. They're going to be able to shuffle away this top card. Oh, they do it now. I was thinking they're going to hold this up so I can't bobble their top card, but they're probably going to play the Shredder right now. Yeah. I just want to bobble their top card. Preordain. Okay. I would love a blue land, please. There's a blue land. Yay. And another Saga. Okay. What are we getting? I think we're going to get a Mamber. Just going to get a Mamber Island. Cast Rona, cast Chalice on 1. They are going to get to connive, but I think this Patchwork's going to become a lot for them to deal with. And Patchwork getting up to a 5 this turn is going to put a ton of pressure on them. They threw a Scolding away. Okay. I'm just going to pressure their life total. I think I'm in the driver's seat here. I knew they have a Preordain on top, which is now a dead card. So they may be just doing this for a connive. Yeah, Preordain, trying to connive into something. Chalice check. And they probably have a lot of 1-drops in hand that they're trying to get rid of. Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to grow their Shredder. Give me a Agatha's. Oh, a Needle. Okay. Do I want to make a Saga token? Probably not. I think I'm just going to be... I can't play this into the Chalice on one, but which was sad because I would have liked to get it off the Saga. But that being the case, we can go land. 1, 2, 3, land. Okay, we can't make a token plus Ballista. Oh, we could. Because I can get the second Mamber. I can go make a token, land, get second Mamber. Or do I just want to bobble? I've already got 2 bobbles in the yard. I think getting the second Mamber is more important. We're going to keep the one I just got. Play a Saga. Play a Ballista for 1. Get this Patchwork up. Draw a card and discard a card. I'm gonna, well, I don't really need to leave this up to block. Let's just discard the needle, so if I draw an Emery, we can still not cast it, but it's really not doing anything. They have to deal with my Chalice first, then next turn they have to deal with Construct plus Patchy. Yeah, I figured this chump block was going to be easy for them. Probably take a draw step here. Concede if they're... Nope. Teferi maybe? But even like Teferi bounce, nope. So far we've seen them blue-red. I haven't... do I suspect a Teferi? They're holding up interaction. Second Ballista, okay. Well, let's jam. I don't think that they can have much. Maybe they have Tidebinder up here. I don't know if they'd have Tidebinder in their deck, but... Okay. Yeah, this, so cast into the fire. So we put them down. So we're just going to ping them. And then cast our second Ballista. And win. Maybe there was a... some thought to casting this first. It would make my Construct and my Patchwork both 7s. On the draw, Chalice seems to do work. They have the cast into the fire. Kind of just think I'm running it back. The plan of just like early Patchwork, like turn 1 Dismember there, turn 1 played Ragavan DRC into Patchwork. 0 drops followed up by a Chalice is a decent game plan. Let's see. There's a lot of 2 drops, but I think I keep that mold. I think still holds. Maybe this is just blue-red Murktide with Underworld Breach instead of Murktide. They mold to 5. They're looking at my top card. double bobble with no DRC makes me feel good about that. So I have a bobble. Flooded Strand. So they know that I have that. Let's just... This is kind of telegraphing I have a patchwork in hand, but kind of is what it is. And maybe they hold up a counterspell for it here, if they have one. We'll see. We did see Stern Scolding, too. Preordain. They may only be on one land if they kept one land, double bobble. 2 to the bottom for that, so... Yeah, this tells me they probably have a... one mana counterspell like Stern Scolding. Ooh, buddy. So do I play... I just jam Patchy, and then the following turn I get to play Spellskite plus Emery, and then replay Patchy after that? Or I could just play... Could just be Chalice right now. Play Chalice this turn. Maybe they don't. They have a 1 mana like Stern Scolding counterspell. I think that's my read. I think they... I telegraph that. If they have Spell Pierce, so be it. So be it. Oh, bolt me. Okay. I'm cool with that. Hopefully this turns off top deck Ragavans, top deck DRCs too. This is kind of like play my lock piece before, play the lock piece before, yeah, EI. I wonder if they're digging for lands or a Cast Into the Fire. And if they like put Cast Into the Fire into their hand and they don't have a third land, this is okay with me. EE on 0, they're going to cast. That's stinks, but that's like okay actually, I think. If, oh, buddy. Patchy. I wish I drew a land. But I think I go Patchy, Mamber, Bobble. They get to destroy my Mamber. Huh. Because I can't make this a... I think I'm just doing this. Hold my Mamber for next turn. When I can hopefully go land, play Emery. They're kind of prized into destroying this Chalice anyway. Let's just see what they're drawing. They don't have a fetch land up. They're getting a Preordain. Yeah. We need a land. Saga or of the like. Any land. Yeah, so they're just going to do this now. They get to Preordain and dig. I need lands to get out of this, honestly. I mean, in theory, they've used one land. Oh, there's a land. Yay. So, I can go Patchy, Mamber, this for 1. Or I can go Shredder into... Maybe it's Shredder first. No, I can't do that. Yeah, I think it's going to be Patchy, Emery. This is 2, this is 1. I have 1 left over. Can I go it the other way around? Shredder for 2. No. Oh wait, Shredder for 2. Play Mamber, play Emery. On this board, I think playing the second Patchy is going to be more advantageous, although the other way around is maybe arguably more mana efficient. Stern Scolding. I'd rather them, maybe I'd rather them Scolding. I'd probably rather them Scolding that than my Emery. So, Ballistic Cauldron next turn I get to play, so... They've got 2 cards in hand. They really have to deal with Emery and really have to deal with this Patchy, so I feel good about our position. Let's see. Really need to think about them getting a Breach, although Preordain, they're digging. What are they digging for? I'm thinking they need a land plus a 1 mana removal spell on my Patchwork, which only can be a Unholy Heat. 1 top, 1 bottom with that. Okay. Or maybe they go land Murktide and I like get real scared. Tormod's Crypt would be good. Ballista's a decent draw too. So I have 4. I can go Shredder. Shredder plus Cauldron. Plus Ballista for 0. Eat the Cauldron. Ooh, that's a good line. I think that's the line, right? Shredder. Emery, target Agatha Soul Cauldron. Cauldron. Connive away my Ballista. I already had a Ballista in the yard, but they are forced to chump block, which is kind of awesome. That way they don't get a ton of... Oh shoot, I didn't play my land. Punt. Not punt, but punt. And that's match 1. Okay. Let's get into match 2. Deck felt pretty strong. Again, the most of that game I was really trying to top deck or get Cauldron into play. But Patchwork just... This deck almost feels like... Oh my gosh, what is it? It's like Patchwork Stompy and Legacy. I don't play Legacy, but I've watched some people play Kappa Cannoneer plus Patchy. I mean, that format, you have Ancient Tomb to just play a Patchwork on turn 1, which is broken. But I think that allows for really busted starts with Patchwork. This hand, on the draw, I will keep this hand. We get a Bobble look at a land plus an extra draw from the Bobble against a Kahira deck, which is likely control. Patchy's a good one. We see a land, we just keep it. Ballista, okay. We gotta shuffle that one away. We're just gonna get a tap breeding pool. And hope that we grow out land in the top 2, so that way we go Patchwork, member. Another Bobble. That's not what not what the team asked for, but okay. Preordain. Nope. Chalice, although I have a feeling Chalice on 1 is not going to do a lot to this deck. This is sad. Regrets are had. I have 7. I have 8 cards in hand. Oh yeah, I gotta play my bobble. I gotta try and draw land. I should have looked at their top card. Teferi, yeah. Bounce my bobble. Probably just uptick Teferi, yeah. Pending. Yeah, we need a land real bad. And even then, it's gonna be dicey. Okay. We're not gonna beat the control deck on one land. Meh. That happens. That's magic. Do we need anything? No. Consideration for that. I mean, there's a consideration for Haywire Might. Pending can save our own creature. Or Aether Spellbomb can save our own creature. Ashok? These chalices are just not good in this matchup. They have way too much like pending and Leyline Binding are just not what we want to see. Maybe it's this. There's some consideration to bring in Dismember if I think they're on 4-color control, which I don't feel like they are. This hand sucks. This hand is fine. Maybe they Prismatic Ending my Haywire Might. Maybe not. I'm just gonna get a Breeding Pool. And hope that we got a whole lot of nada. We did mill 3 lands though, which there's good and bad to that. You want to curve out, but that's kind of floody with the hand I already have. I was hoping to hit a bobble off Emery to replay it if they didn't have like a, because they can't permit Prismatic Ending right now. They can Leyline Binding, but I was hoping to get a bobble off of the Emery to, well, you know what? Sometimes you get it. Let's see if they Leyline Binding my Emery right now. They probably do, but I don't think there's... Oh, Force of Negation. Yeah, well, I had the answer for Binding in Haywire Might, but not that, so... That was sad. That was a misplay because I should have played Patchy first, and I was just all kinds of happy to have drawn a bobble. Should have played Patchy into bobble. The exiled Narset, okay. Teferi. Oh, pending. Yeah, pending my Emery. Yeah, that was probably what they had to do. Yikes. I think we are quite behind this game. Haven't seen a Saga either, which is super duper sad. Because you can sometimes just outgrind these kind of decks. Oh, the One Ring. Okay. If you have... Oh, no, 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 Ryan. No. Okay. Well, I get to hold up Haywire Might versus that, so there's something to be said for that at least. There's a Cauldron. I mean, we playing it. And just hoping that our team can get there. Wondering if they're thinking of solituding my Haywire Might right now. So, I mean, I think this is just what I feel like this is a desperation draw, hope I mess up. They get to draw no cards. And now I have something to eat with the Cauldron. If I cast this, this goes to 3. And then up to 4. That's 5. I think we just... well, I do think we do this right now. And try and putting on Patchwork, because obviously it's got Ward. So hopefully against a Solitude it can do something. There's the binding. Probably on my Cauldron. Oh, yeah, I have no green mana. Yeah, that's sad. Maybe we draw a Haywire Might. Another One Ring? Yeah. Stop on my draw step. What are we draw stepping me for, opponent? Okay. This is definitely a way they can draw out of this, but yeah, 2 more looks at it. Really sad for me. Yeah, they get to go to Fairy, bounce my Spellskite, Solitude my Patchwork. Yeah. Binding my Patchwork. Even worse for me. Let them pay the ward too. Game not over, however, very close. They already know I have this Spellskite, so I'm just going to play it. Okay. Kill Teferi. I think I just, I could play Ballista, but I think I'm leaving up Spellskite activation. Please don't draw another ring opponent. Please don't draw another ring opponent. They get to Solitude here. Or another one ring. Alrighty. This game looking bleak. However, it is what it is. Okay. We're just making a token. A token into next turn. Double spell, hopefully. What you got, opponent? A lot of cards in hand. That's what you got. Definitely looks like straight up just blue-white control. So, you know, sometimes Saga can dig you out, sometimes not. But I probably needed Saga several turns earlier than this. So, yeah, this is, we just put him to 7. Lose our Spellskite. And maybe Rona. I think I just have to double spell on this turn. Maybe it is Haywire might get back my Cauldron. Patchy Rona. Patchy. Subtlety. Probably just put that on the bottom, honestly. Subtlety's pretty good, but Patchy's pretty good, but I really need probably another land for next turn. They over there sitting on gold. 5 cards in hand. 2 to the bottom. Pending my Haywire might. Yeah, well, force my hand to do this. Probably just retake my binding, but we'll see. Or retake my Cauldron with binding. Although, if they do that, I can Spellskite my construct. Spellskite under Cauldron, give it to my construct. Let's see what they do. Well, yeah, that's what we gotta do. Spellskite under that. Give this a 1/1 counter. Hopefully it stays alive and it can... They might just have a Solitude for my construct. Or yeah, Odawara. Okay. I mean... They had a ton of... ton of interaction, which I should have expected, but... Oh, I thought I put you on the bottom. They're just holding up this ring until they actually need cards in hand. But because they can immediately draw 3 cards from it. Yeah, Solitude on this seems about right. If I draw a land, I can at least kill the Solitude, but that's like a losing line anyway. We're pretty toasted this game. I'm just playing it out. I probably shouldn't. We'll take a draw step. If I draw a Saga, I theoretically could keep playing, but okay. No, we're not gonna. Okay. Lose to control happens. See where we end up. Deck feels fun. I mean, you know, here to have fun, right? Deck feels good. I'm excited. It is a good Cauldron deck in my opinion. Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have kept that hand in game 2 against control. Maybe I should have mulliganed. The Saga is like pretty important against control, just making tokens and maximizing I say maximizing your plays, but I mean like getting every bit of value out of every card. And Saga comes with tutoring something from your library and 2 creatures. So it's, you know, essentially quote 3 spells that really is hard for a control deck to interact with except for like a sweeper. So when they can't interact with you like that, it's, you know, it's helpful. Let's see. Come on, opponents. Here we go. Alright, what are we getting? We're on the draw. We have a gemstone on the draw. Eek. Do we keep the 1 lander on the draw with all this in hand? It's probably, I think this is a trap. If we had 1 more land, if like this Rona was a land, I would 1000% keep this hand. But I think not knowing if we're going to draw a second land is not doable. This hand is much more manageable. What are we putting back? Keep our lands. I think we're putting back Shredder because with this hand as is, I think it's going to be hard to double spell. It would help sculpt our hand. Oh, we're about to get scammed. Oh, Ragavan. Well, that was my thought for keeping the Ballista, although again, on the play would have been so much better. And Spellskite, that's kind of helpful against Ragavan. Just don't Douthie me, bro. Probably just fetch out my breeding pool right now. Although I don't think I actually need it, per se. Emery. They could play that if they have a land drop. What do we do next turn? I think this... Oh, they're going to Thoughtseize me. I was going to say, I think it was either going to be Spellskite or Ballista, followed by try to play Cauldron and make one of them each other. So I think it was probably Ballista, ping this, and then play Spellskite, hope to dodge one time, and then Cauldron make our Spellskite a Ballista. This deck is pretty mana intensive, almost like Scales, where like you have a lot of 2-drops and you really want to curve out. Although you have several 0-drops, and Emery's more like a 1-drop, but still. What are we taking, opponent? What are we taking? Maybe they take my Cauldron. Yeah. I think that's probably the take. Oof. Question is, do I go Patchy now? Patchy, take a hit from Ragavan. They have a lot of mana. They can interact with Patchwork. If I was on the play, this would probably end up being better for me, but I think as it stands, I think I have to go. I can make my Patchwork a 3/3, but even then, I still don't think it's the right play. I'm just hoping that they don't have a solid follow-up to this Ragavan if I block it, like Douthie. Although having Patchwork is helpful. I don't think I was playing Rona there either. I think I just want to, because I think that this just gets bolted for 1 or fatal pushed. We are just going to block. If they undie it, I ping it in response before that spell resolves. This is what Scales players should get into the habit of too, because sometimes, even I used to be in the habit of it, would just be to let it go to blocks and then just ping the Ragavan. If I have a Ballista that has more than 1 counter, if it's just 1 counter, then if it's just 1 counter, you should block, wait for them to undie it, and then ping it. Fable, yeah. Okay. Land, please, deck. That's a good land. That's a good land. Okay. What are we doing here? I think, should we just go Chalice on 1? That's what I'm thinking. Or do I play a Spellskite to just... If I play a Spellskite, they can just, like... They can bolt it. It's not so great. They get to dump 2 cards right now. That was my only thought for Chalice on 1, because I think that they have, like, Bolt, Undying Effect, Thoughtseize. I'm gonna do that and hope Or do I just play the Rona? I think this plays for a longer game. And maybe they'll bolt me right now. Nope, okay. I'm hoping to draw land next turn to be able to go like Rona into Patchwork or Patchwork into Spellskite. See what they discard. Yeah, not dead. Okay, so they did have an Undying effect. So their hand is full of non-1 drops then, probably, because they could have discarded 2. Yeah, there's the Douthie. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one against them. There's the land I wanted as well, so I think we're going to go... Is draw and discard, like, into this Douthie? I think Rona gets a bit worse, at least at this point in the game, because they have a Douthie on the field, where I'm hoping I can now play this into this, and they really can't interact with my Patchwork right now. And my Patchwork and Saga tokens hopefully will carry this game. I don't have a Shadow Spear in the main deck, but they don't know that. They're thinking about interacting, but they can't interact with Patchwork because they need to have 1 mana spell, which will get countered, plus the ward. And 2 mana spell doesn't let them pay for ward. Unless they go like Kolaghan's Command, destroy, discard. Destroy my Chalice, but if that's what they're using Kolaghan's Command on, I suppose that's okay. Yeah. Yep. Destroy artifact, discard a card, it's okay. I'm much happier to have these two on the field and the Rona underneath the Douthie. Would love a Cauldron right now. Cauldron would probably be one of the better plays, or one of the better draws. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, was I F6? I was F6. And there goes my chance at winning. Because I wanted to Spellskite that ability and kill my Spellskite. Hope to top deck a Cauldron. Mamber. Okay. Maybe I just hold that in hand. No, I cast it to make my construct bigger. I can needle the reflection. They can make a second Douthie this turn. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you control, right? So I couldn't target this ability with Spellskite because it's a creature you control. So they had to do a creature that they control. Main deck Shadow Spear here would be awesome. However, I don't have that. Second Spellskite. I think I have to just do this, Needle on reflection. Oh, no, I turned off auto yields. I could have. Well, maybe I shouldn't. I really need these alive, so. They have chump blockers. I go to 2. I mean, we're pretty hosed right now, it looks like. Another call against command. Oh, no, hive. Okay. I don't think that we can beat this. Okay. Dismember. Shadow Spear is decent in the matchup. They have a lot of destroy effects. Their creatures are pretty low power level. Or low powers. And Staring Bridge could still get them. I actually don't think Chalice is good even on the play in this matchup. And there's a consideration for Bridge, so... Needle for explosives. They have Bowmasters, so Shredder's less desirable in this matchup as well. I think that's fine. We will play first. One land. We will keep. It's not a great one-lander. Because my plan is to play a turn 2 Emery, and if they steal that with a... Grief, I'm going to be kind of sad. I think we're just blindly going with or no, not Blackleaf Cliffs. That's the other one. It's the red-black fetch land. Bloodstained Mire. And hopefully it I don't normally do this, but I'm doing this because next turn I want to go Mamber plus Emery if I don't draw a land. Okay, Thoughtseize. You taking my Patchwork, my Mamber, my Emery. Patchwork's a decent choice here, but they may take one of these. They may just take my Emery. Emery's the take. Thoughtseize Bug, please. One time or land. Not so lucky. Got it. land into Cauldron, please. This hand does let me, or land, allows me to just go like Dothy. Yeah, that's really sad for me. Okay, it's not what I asked for, deck. I mean, we just may get Dothied out of this game. Okay. If I was worried about Dothy, is this going to be Blood Moon? Yeah. If I was worried about Dothy, maybe I should have. There was some considerate. Really, deck. This is like, oh, that hurts. Maybe I should have cast a Ballista for 0 to put it in my yard if I drew that Cauldron, thinking that they could have played Dothy this turn, or this past turn. Yeah. Guess I just have to pass. Would like to draw a Dismember. Dismember or a land that is not Saga. That's a non-Saga land. Patchy's still gonna die. However, I think it's the best chance we got. I could just cast Ballistas into Dothy. Well, there goes my Cauldron. That was my next turn play. Although, funny enough, if there's a thought of if I draw land, question myself, do I just go Ballista 0/0? They're taking my card. They may take my bridge. Yeah, because I could go Ballista Saga. Well, if I draw land bridge and only have 2 cards in my hand. There's the Bloodstained Mire that can now tap for mana. What I really need is a Dismember, probably, to just get rid of the Dothy. And they have 2 cards in hand. Hope they're not that great. I need to be able to go like Dismember this turn. Dismember into Cauldron. Yeah. I think it's just a Cauldron, cast Ballista, Cauldron, cast Ballista, put a Emery under it, give it another power, and pray. Is the only way I can really like deal with the Dothy. Hope they have no removal spells. Turn off auto yields. Okay, well. They get to get rid of one of my ballistas. I take 3 from grief. Oh, well. Put Emery under it. Okay. It's probably... I think I still lose the ballista, unfortunately. Because of state-based actions, it dies before the ping goes off, yeah. I need like a 3rd ballista. If they have no bolt. Bone Crusher. It's a good one. That's the game. Alright. I will be right back. I have to go grab more coffee. Alright, back. What is this? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, let's... I want to play first, yes. This hand is fine. Keep. Not the most explosive hand, but wanted to keep it on the play with Rona Emery, Cauldron, and a way to like dig with Shredder. Scales, okay. Alright. Oh shoot. Not what I wanted. Here we go. Let's just play this. Should be at 18, not 16. Hidden Island. I think we're just going to play Shredder. Maybe it disincentivizes them to playing 2 spells this next turn. And I'm hoping I can like look for stirrings, okay. Ravager. Zabas, okay. Well, I got my wish. 0 drop or land. Okay. Welding jar. And they got a Ravager, right? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, Bobble's a great one. Glad I have Emery in the yard now. So let's go with cancel. I think. Oh no, not concede. Let's go. Yeah, we're just gonna play Cauldron. Bobble, Connive. Ooh, great pickup. We're gonna connive away this land. I don't love that. I think we just connive away. No, I want to play this Emery. The Rona. Maybe I should have put the land back, but it's... I don't think I can lose this next turn. And I think that drawing an extra card. See what they draw. We're drawing a land, okay. We're gonna put Emery under the... Yeah, let's just give this 1/1 counter to Emery. Cast. Maybe I was supposed to hold up Cauldron, but I mean, me having Needle in hand incentivizes me to just get another look. See what the next card is in theirs. Up a Seiju, good to know about. They are going to draw that next turn. Maybe I can. So they have Ravager, Forest, Unknown. There's the Ravager. Another welding jar. Okay. Oof. Oof. Can I can get rid of a land, but can I dump my Ballista? Because all they have now left in hand is a Forest. Dump my Ballista. Grab Ballista with this. Play this. Yeah, I think we're just gonna maximize counters. They get to keep stuff alive, but theoretically I could just welding jar. I could need a welding jar. Rona. If I cast, I can cast Needle on Welding Jar. I can dismantle their board. I think that's probably what I do. Because, well, they can, or I can just Needle Ravager. They get to save stuff, but that's fine if I have several things. If they go activate Ink Moth, let's see. So they're sacrificing, putting a counter there. I can ping twice. Ping it twice. Maybe I just let them have a big Ravager. I can chump block it then. Opponent's still thinking. Saga. I think I just named Arcbound Ravager. Just thinking about them, what they're gonna get. If they want to get a needle of their own, or Beseiju. We'll see what they want to do. I know they have Beseiju Forest in hand. So they have a spell in hand. 1. Interesting. Yeah, Beseiju my needle. Okay. Yeah. So, let's see what they want to do. They're just gonna attack with Ink Moth. Okay. Yeah, what are they gonna target with the boss? They're gonna target their Ravager. Okay. That's fine with me. I don't think they can win with just that Ravager. I think they have to... So are you going to attack with both? Interesting. Should I go to 1? No, I think I just block with Rona. Because I think I could win on the crackback. Interesting, okay. We're going to ping that. You're going to welding jar it. Oh. Yikes. Yeah, I don't think that was the winning line. Okay. Yeah, okay. Draw a card. Another Cauldron. Just loot that away. Dismember seems okay. Another needle seems good. The haywire might seem good. Ensnaring bridge is kind of iffy because they can attack with like they did there, like a 1/1 ink moth or something, and then just like move all the counters after they've already declared attackers. Welding jar, they have Beseijus and stuff. A chalice, huh? Is chalice on 1? I think chalice on 1 on the play is probably okay. On the draw, probably less desirable. Let's just see what we want to remove. Their Shadow Spirit. Either Spell Bomb is kind of like an annoying card for them to deal with too. Just removing one of their creatures. We're bringing in a lot. Probably only need 1 needle. Spell Sight's kind of hilarious against modular. Consider taking out those. Shredder was really good because they like to double spell. Patchy is very good. Although their patchworks get bigger than ours, and these kind of get chump blocked very easily against them. I think patchwork's actually the take, and we'll trim that. We'll take these out. This is a turn 1 Emery with Bobble and hopefully a Spellskite coming down next. I think this is a keep. Okay. Welding Jar, Bobble, Emery. See if they dismember this. I guess we're just gonna see what they got on top. It's a Zip Zab. Ooh, a Chalice. They didn't play any 1-drops, so maybe Chalice on 1 is not going to be as awesome in this matchup. Yeah, maybe they have 0 drops to follow up their Patchy. Yeah, they do. Okay, well. I think we're just playing Shredder into Bobble, and then get to Connive. Man, Chalice on 2 would kind of like end their life, which is kind of funny. But that's not for a couple turns, so I think we just pitch the Chalice. See what they got coming. A Saga, okay. Ooh, Needle, what are they gonna name? Emery? Yeah, they name Emery. Okay. Okay. Just throw away the caverns. Okay. Oh boy. That Chalice on 1 looks good now. They get in. Okay. That's alright. Kind of. Not really. I mean, we can bounce it in a couple turns with Spellbomb. That's a good turn 3 for them on the play. I just want to connive here. Just gonna leave my Spellbound face up, but I think it's okay when I have a welding jar available. I can chump block with Emery. If they don't have they might just get a Shadow Spear, but if in theory I could just chump block with Emery for a turn. Always a complicated matchup against Scales. They're thinking hard about this one. Maybe they're thinking about a needling Spellskite or the Aether Spellbomb if they brought in the second needle, which probably fairly reasonable against my deck. Or they may just be thinking about Shadow Spear and racing me. But then again, I kind of get to bounce their Patchwork, but they can make a Saga token, so it's kind of like a so thing. If I get to like bounce their Patchwork, get a Haywire Might their Needle on my Emery, replay Spellbomb, and just bounce every creature that they have once a turn. Maybe something to consider. Or maybe something they are considering. They get a Haywire Might. Oh, okay. Interesting. So they do have a Ravager. Okay. And I think I know their last card is... No. So they played the second Saga. I don't know their last card necessarily. They have Haywire Might up, but I'm going to redirect it to Spellskite if they try to get rid of my Aether Spellbomb. Right here, probably. You still have to make green mana opponent. Maybe they were thinking about the Ozolith too, because if I just like bounce this, then they get, yeah, so we're gonna pay 2 life to do that. You can exile my Spellskite instead. Oh, that was my fault. Yeah, punt. I took 2 damage for nothing because it's a creature artifact. Ooh. Tis what it is. Gives the boss flying. Oh, I guess didn't attack with it. We're just gonna chump with Emery because, you know, maybe we get a Cauldron. Cauldron? I don't even know if a Cauldron saves us, but would be something to think about. No. I think we're pretty close to just packing it in here. I probably have time to finish this match before I have to go to work. So I don't know if we'll get to round 5. We'll see how quickly the rest of this match plays out. Opponent is thinking about making a Saga token. Maybe Patchwork is something we want in this matchup, because I feel like we can. We both have probably a similar amount of artifacts. They have more than we do, but I think if we get a early, it's probably dependent on play draw, whether Patchwork is going to be as impactful as you want it to be. Because if you play a Patchwork on turn 2 and I can follow it up with like Bobble, Welding Jar, or Mamber and make it large quickly, and even then follow it up with a what's it called? A Soul Cauldron. It gets out of hand very, very quickly. So I'm wondering what they're gonna go get here. Maybe it's gonna be is it gonna be the Ozolith or a Shadow Spear again? And them drawing 2 sagas, also having zeros, kind of plays a part in this as well. Really just want to see what they have. But I think we're about to scoop here. Yeah, they got the Ozolith. Okay. We'll just... I don't think there's much anything we can draw. Okay. We'll have a look at our top card, but I don't think we're doing 22. Yeah, we'll just go to game 3. Chalice. I don't think so. They just have a lot of 2-drops. We have a lot of 2-drops. Patchwork, I think, is probably better than I thought it was. Do we want the second needle too? 3 cards gonna come out. Maybe it's just like Shredder, because it's not our... It is really helpful, but I don't think it's how we win the game. Do I just play 1 needle? That's really the question. Is 1 needle versus Shredder. I'll play second Shredder. They double spell a lot, and it kind of can help sculpt my hand. Spellskite, Patchy. I don't think this hand does what we want it to do. I think I'm going to mulligan. It doesn't curve out so well either. This hand doesn't have a fetch land, but I guess it's fine. Kind of go turn 1. They did mulligan to 6 as well. Do I go to 5? Try to find like Bobble, Mamber, Emery, and get out of it. Let's go to 5. This hand is probably better, the best one we've seen. I wish it was more than a 5-card hand. I think we're going to put back one of these. It's a keep. one of these and a dismember. Spellskite. I think we put back the Spellskite. If they have a patchwork hand, it kind of can set us up for failure. Yeah, them going turn 1 patchy is going to be slightly difficult, but we just need another land. We don't have it yet. They have a Zabaz, okay. We really, really, really would love a land here to be able to go, like, dismember their patchwork. There's our land, thank God. To, like, dismember their patchwork before they can grow it super huge. Because even if they go scales, 1-drop, 1-drop, that's going to make it a 5/5, which dismember can still kill. Thank goodness. Cauldron is a good one for them to have. Are they on 2 lands? They are. They take my bauble. Okay. Emery's a good one. I think I'm questioning to myself if I go like Spellskite Emery. I think that's probably a decent play. They're stuck on lands. I think that's okay. See what if I mill over something good, I'm gonna cry about it, but Spellskites. I'm gonna be the aggressor here. Besage you on my Spellskite. Okay. Yep, they got Spellskite. Okay. Hey, where am I, please? Bobble. That is a good one. Do I cast my Spellskite first? I think so. Ooh, then I can't dismember this. Yeah, I think I'm doing this either way. They're thinking if they can steal my spell skite. Sorry, I've been kind of silent. I've just been focused in on the game. They're thinking if they should take my spell skite right now to try and maybe bait me to take it with my cauldron, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to take their... So instead, I'm going to take their ballista and kill their construct. Before it gains any abilities. Which I'm okay with. Alright. And then we are going to play... Question if I should even play my own ballista. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Play my ballista. I don't think I'm going to do that this turn yet, because I don't think they have a clear line to win. They don't have a creature that can really attack this turn. Okay, they top deck Apache. Alright. GG's. I won't play the... I'll just not playing aggressive GG's here. I just, like... It was a good match. I'm going to have to go real fast, so I want to say it now. What are we doing? Equipping Shadow Spear to that. Yes. Okay. Okay. I think I just make another token. I grab a Haywire Might, and I'm going to Might their Cauldron. And this really should be like the end of it. They can, yeah, okay. GG's. Alright, well, that was fun. We are 2-2. Sorry, I have to leave for work very shortly. It's been fun. Thank you for joining me. Remember, I'll be back as soon as I can. My schedule varies, but I'll try and post this to YouTube. And in the meantime, remember, everybody, have fun, play hard, and I'll let you know next time how I finish this league. Thank you. Have a good day.